Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy DadmanJB. I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/DadmanJB. If you guys are interested in having a great time or checking that thing out. With that being said, though, let's get into this tips and tricks video. Take care, y'all. Peace. Tip number 1: be sure to enjoy the story. Star Wars: The Old Republic is a 12-year-old game that has been around for a long time. I've been playing this game since 2017, and yet there's still so much to do. Why? Because I take my time and play all these expansions and do all the story content with time and with moderation. This game, there's over 1,000 hours you could spend on this game, and you could barely touch the surface on this. I've been playing this game basically on and off for about 6 years. Well, I guess that would be, it's 7 years, but I've been playing dedicated for like 3 years total. I do a lot of leveling up and a lot of PvPing, but I still know when to take my time when it comes to the story and PvE and what other content there is to have. But the main point of all of it is you can speak through all of the story, the content, and all the world's planets that are in between. But what you won't be able to get back is the first time experience for all of that story content that you skip through. So skipping through all of this, all of the content, it is something that you want to do once you've leveled up 1 or 2 of your other characters, and now you're trying to, level up other characters, try out different builds and different classes and whatnot. But till then, I'd say just enjoy the story and play what you like. Tip number 2: make sure your settings are in the way you want them to be. Not just your settings, but also your UI. When you're playing the game, there could be a lot of clutter. For example, like you might see the galactic season and login reward pop down menu just clutter your screen, along with the chat. It might be very big for you, and it might be just cluttering everything up. I have a settings and UI guide on the channel, which I will link in the description below, or it will be popped up so you guys can check out for yourself. New player or experienced player, making sure your screen is as clear of as much junk as possible while also feeling immersed into the game and into the story is number 1 important. Make your gaming experience more enjoyable in your settings and your UI. So you want to make sure you take care of all that, even as a new player. All of that, I make it very simple for you to do and easily accessible. So you should be sure to do that. Now with tip number 3, it is gonna might contradict tip number 1 a little bit, but it's gonna make your gaming experience and your journey in this game a lot more enjoyable and a lot more easable to pass through. With that being said, tip number 2: be sure to get a mount. While this game has a lot of great story, it does take a long time to get from point A to point B, especially when your quest tells you to go from one point of the map to the other. 5 minutes of just straight traveling. To be able to buy your first mount, you can head over to the Galactic Trade Market in the Imperial Fleets to get your mount. Here you could buy a mount for like I said, 10,000 or 8,000 credits. And when it comes to getting your mount, don't rush getting it. This is just to let you know you can get your first mount on the fleet at level 1, and it's only 8,000 credits, which in the grand scheme of things won't be much. 4, I recommend you guys invest into crew skills. Now, I know as a free-to-play player, you can only have 1 crew skill, but if you do decide to spend at least $5 on the game, you do become a preferred player, allowing you to have 2 crew skills, which allows you to have a crafting trainer and a gathering trainer. I recommend focusing on gathering trainers, which are middle section of the stronghold and crew skills section of the fleet. And the reason I recommend for newer players to try out the gathering trainers instead of the crafting trainers is because gathering trainers are things you can use to gather resources throughout the different planets, which are free to get and they don't require any money. So while you gather resources throughout the world while you're doing your quest, you can also sell them on the GTN. Then however much you want to sell it a piece, make it a lot easier to make money while you're just simply doing the story. So I recommend either grabbing like a slicing vendor, which can give you credits, or going bioanalysis or scavenging. But I find bioanalysis to be the best on top of slicing. Though scavenging is great for when you're doing flashpoints and need to do skip areas, which crew skills allow you to do. Tip number 5. Be sure to level up your companions through gifts that you can get through Galactic Trade Market section of the fleet, where you could talk to the companion gift vendors, which sell gifts. I recommend using the 600 credit ones because they are the best way and the most efficient way of leveling up your companions before having to, use the purple gifts to level them up. And to know which is the best gift for your companions, you can use SWTOR's companion gift list guide. So for example, we'll use Vet. Vet is one of the Sith warriors companions, and her favorite gift is underworld goods. Okay, so you could see what her favorite gifts are. You could see she likes Drayan's hyperspace smuggling route, and Assassin's Droid, and the one you can buy on the fleet, which is hit list, which you can buy on the fleet for 300 or 600 credits. 600 credits. So you can if you press N, you can see your companion's current level. Another way you can level up your companion, which is a more advanced way when you have more credits, you can go on the GTN and pay for Dark Project MK1 items, which cost around $1 million to 1.2 million. Like I said, on the GTN, and you need 3 of those on. So it's 4.25 million credits. So for basically 7 million credits, and you can buy a commander's compendium. You can max out your companion's rank to level 50. And the reason why you want to level up your companion is because throughout your leveling experience, you're going to have the option to do things like flashpoints, things like heroics probably, which I highly recommend, or daily areas. Both are great ways of leveling up your character and having your companion leveled up, making their tankiness, healing, or damage more effective when you level up their influence, which you could also do with other people. So if you want to do them with other people, having your companions leveled up makes doing these heroics or whatever you're doing a lot faster to do. For tip number 6 is leveling your legacy level. Legacy is what you use in this game to unlock perks in this game, which allow you to do a various amount of things. Some are convenience. As you see, are convenience. Some of them unlock companions, or as in 7.0, they are alignment changes. So in 7.0, you can play whatever combat style you want as long as they align to your force or non-force classes. So if you're doing the bounty hunter story, you can do you can play all the non-force classes, and if you're doing the Sith warrior story, you could have either or of the light or dark force classes. But the way to unlock those Sith or Jedi classes is by getting full alignment. That's why. So when you level up your legacy, you then unlock various different perks on top of character perks, which some require legacy level. And you unlock legacy by continuing to do story, unlocking other achievements in the game, and many other ways. But the easiest way is just to do story, and you get your legacy so quickly. And for tip number 7, be sure to unlock your stronghold. So if you click on the mission right here, it will give you the option to complete a mission, which will then be to purchase your Drummond Cost stronghold. And or if you're on the Jedi side, if you're on Republic side, you will then have the Coruscant stronghold available, which is the first one you can unlock in the game, and it's for free. You unlock it for free, and you get a whole bunch of rewards for completing the mission. And to complete this, or to get this mission, you will have to travel to the stronghold and crew skill section of the fleet in order to unlock the quest. This is after you complete your starter planet mission, starter planet, and you're on the Imperial fleet. Make sure you complete this quest and unlock your stronghold. That way, whenever you want to quick travel to fleet and you want to do it a quick amount of time, you could just travel over to your stronghold and you can travel to your fleet or your personal starship. On top of that, if you feel like decorating your stronghold, you can also buy decorations from the people right next to the stronghold directories. You can buy a bunch of different decoration items from these people for cheap prices on the middle, or a little bit more expensive items on the far right. So you have a bunch of decoration items if you feel like decorating your stronghold. But that's just like I said, stronghold is a way of making things giving quality of life. Tip 8 is, if you want, for people that want a quicker way of traveling to different planets, what you could do is press Control G, head to your solos tab in your activities panel, and you can use the heroic mission tab as a way of transporting to different planets without having to go to your ship. You are then able to use heroics to travel from planet to planet, in case you want to level up your character or you want to just get to a different planet quicker. Tip 9 is rested XP. So for players that want to are leveling and want to have extra levels, what you can do is you can head over to a cantina, head over to either the center of fleet, or you can go to a different planet's cantina and put your player there, or you could, I think, also go to your your personal starship, and when you stay in resting areas, you gain resting XP, which can be added on towards when you next play the game. So logging out in rested area XP areas allows you to gain more XP, overnight for free. And finally, tip number 10 is organize your abilities, your skill bar. So many times I see people just have all of their abilities just scattered all over the place. Like their main damaging abilities are mixed in with their mounts or their health potions. It's best to have all of your damage abilities on one bar, your buffing abilities on another bar, and then all of your convenience abilities on a third bar. So for example, for mine, all my damage abilities are on my first bar. On my second bar is all my buffs and tacticals, but all my buffs are keybind over here, so there's nothing really to worry about. And then my third bar is all of my healing, DCDs, and adrenals. So all in general, just having your stuff, all of your abilities organized on top of like reading your ability tree is a great tip that even while playing the game casually will just go a long way to like enjoying your experience of the game. Allows you to learn and make your time like dealing with enemies a lot faster and whatnot. I know in story you could just like right click all the way to the end, but it's just a good tip to have for a newer player that's either trying to learn their abilities, learn the game, and see what it has to offer. Is just organizing your abilities. You have, as a free to play player, you have 3 ability skill trees, or 3 ability bars that you can use, which so in total is 36 total abilities you can have placed on all of your bars combined. And keybind them also if you want to. If you want to click, it's up to you. It doesn't really, for me, it's like whatever. I do usually a hybrid, though most of my abilities are keybind, but you don't have to worry about all that. Just having your abilities organized in a way that's helpful to you is a good thing to do. But anyways, with that being said, that's gonna be it for the video. Hopefully this tips and tricks video was helpful. If you guys found it helpful, be sure to subscribe and like, and also follow the Twitch if you enjoy the content and want to have a good time. We try to have a good time over there. Also, be sure to share what type of tips and tricks you might have added or what you would add to the other tips and tricks that I listed. But yeah, with that being said, I will see y'all in the next video. Take care, y'all. Peace.